Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're diving into the world of One Piece and a character who I think we can all agree kind of seals the show. God, Usopp.
Oh, absolutely. It's
Yeah.
interesting, right? Because he's not your typical, like, shonen anime hero.
Not at all.
He's not the strongest,
Right.
not the fastest,
Yeah.
but his journey is definitely one of the most compelling in the entire series.
Totally. And that's what we're going to explore today using the official One Piece materials, the fan wikis, all that good stuff.
Our treasure map.
Yeah. It'll be like our own know your favorite character, just, a lot more in depth.
And hopefully just as entertaining.
Definitely.
Hey.
So imagine this. The world of One Piece. It's full of superhuman pirates, devil fruit powers, these insane battles. And then
Yeah.
there's Usopp,
Right.
seemingly ordinary guy. Slingshot.
Oh, but never underestimate that slingshot.
True.
He's the sniper of the Straw Hat Pirates,
Right.
and that's vital, that accuracy, the way he uses strategy, and even, like, trickery in his fighting.
Yeah.
It makes him seriously valuable to the crew.
Okay, that's a good point. So he's not just like comedic relief.
No.
But let's be honest, the look is iconic, right?
It really is.
Long nose, goggles, that whole pre-time skip thing he had going on.
It's so memorable, and that long nose, it's not just for laughs.
No.
It's a running gag, yeah, but it's tied to his personality, especially early on.
You mean because he's a liar, always telling those crazy stories, making things bigger than they are?
Exactly. But, and here's the thing, he starts out super insecure, really fearful.
Oh, interesting.
Almost like the stories are a way to, I don't know, compensate.
Wow. Never thought of it that way. Makes sense, though. And speaking of backstories, his dad is
Usopp.
Usopp, a legendary sniper, but from Shanks' crew. The red-haired pirate.
Yeah.
Gave Luffy his straw hat.
Yeah, it's true. Seems marksmanship runs in the family, right?
So Usopp wants to be a brave warrior of the sea, just like his dad. But the irony is, he's scared of, well, everything. Which makes his whole character arc that much more interesting. He's always fighting his fears, his insecurities, but when it matters, he steps up.
Oh, absolutely. And the best example of that, Eni's lobby. Usopp was terrified, totally out of his element.
Oh, yeah.
But to rescue Robin, his friend, he makes this alter ego soaking.
Soaking.
It's like a mask for his fear,
Yeah.
lets him tap into this courage he didn't even know he had.
It's like he needed, I don't know, permission to be brave. And then on top of that, he declares war on the world government.
Right. Coming from someone who's seen as weak, it really highlights his loyalty. Scared, yeah, but willing to stand up for what he believes in.
Chills. Seriously.
Yeah.
So we know he's more than a sniper. He's a bit of a tinkerer and inventor,
Wow.
always coming up with crazy gadgets.
Absolutely. Before the time skip, it was all about his slingshot and these little things he calls stars.
Stars.
Yeah. They explode, make smoke, some even like douse people in hot sauce.
Oh, right. And the stink bombs.
He's resourceful, creative, that's for sure.
And then after the time skip, he gets into the pop greens.
Oh, yeah. For anyone who doesn't remember, these are seeds that grow into all sorts of powerful plants.
So he's like using botany to fight.
Exactly. Shows how he evolves as a fighter, not just brute force, but using his mind, his creativity.
And I think that's a great takeaway for everyone listening. Growing isn't always about, physical strength.
Right.
It can be adaptability,
Yeah.
ingenuity, using the resources you have to the max.
I like that.
But speaking of growth, let's talk Dressrosa. This is where Usopp really earns that whole god thing.
Dressrosa, turning point for Usopp, where he goes from, well, a cowardly liar
Right.
to some, a god.
He frees all these enslaved toys, earning their adoration and a huge bounty on his head.
500 million belly.
That's a lot, even for a pirate. It shows his actions had real impact. But it's all connected to him awakening observation Hayaki.
Now, some listeners might not know Hayaki. It's this spiritual energy some people in the One Piece world can learn.
Right.
And observation Hayek. Specifically, it lets you sense others, their presence, their auras.
Like a sixth sense.
Kind of.
So he uses it to find Sugar, the one controlling the toys,
Yeah.
and takes her out, one shot, from super far away, and frees everyone.
It's a clutch move. Not just power, but strategy, compassion. He's come a long way from that scared kid telling tall tales.
And his bounties, even outside Dressrosa, they keep going up, which proves it's not all about, brute strength. People are seeing his courage, how he affects the world around him.
It all comes back to that question.
Yeah.
Why is Usopp so compelling? He shows that real worth isn't just about, like, physical power. It's about facing your fears, standing up for what you believe in, using your skills to make a difference, even if those skills involve a slingshot and some hot peppers.
His journey so far is inspiring, and honestly, we've only just scratched the surface.
Oh, yeah, there's tons more. That's why these know your favorite character things are so cool.
Yeah.
You go deeper, you figure out what makes them tick.
And with Usopp, there are layers. Like, remember Kaya back in Syrup Village?
Oh, Kaya, the wealthy girl. He'd tell her those stories.
His tall tales. Not always truthful, though.
True. But they had a real bond. He was like her own personal storyteller, right?
And she believed in him
Yeah,
when even he doubted himself.
absolutely. That belief, that support, huge for him growing as a person. Remember when she gave him the Going Merry?
Their first ship.
Mhm.
Oh, man, that was such a good moment.
It was. Showed her faith in him, that he could reach his dreams, and it literally let him set sail with the Straw Hats, go after those dreams.
And speaking of dreams, let's be real, he's still scared a lot, isn't he? I mean, he's come a long way, but
Of course. He's not invincible. He's human. That's what makes him relatable. He doesn't just, like, shut down from fear.
right?
He knows it's there, jokes about it even, but then he pushes through.
It's like that saying, courage isn't the absence of fear, but acting despite it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Usopp is that, like, in person. Humor's his coping mechanism, disarms the situation, maybe makes himself feel less scared.
And sometimes it even works on the enemy. They underestimate him, which, well, helps.
That's Oda for you. One Piece's creator. Takes what you think is a flaw, turns it into strength. Usopp's humor is a perfect example.
It's true, but he's also smart. Maybe not strategic like Nami or like Robin with all her knowledge,
Right.
but he thinks on his feet, always trying to outsmart people.
Street smarts. Improvisation. Using what others see as bad to his advantage. Classic underdog.
Which is another reason fans love him. Constantly up against guys stronger, faster, more experienced, but never gives up.
Loves proving people wrong. Think of all the times he saved the day when it seemed impossible.
So many. It's what makes him a favorite. Relatable, flawed, funny, but also brave, resourceful.
He proves you don't need superpowers to be a hero. Just a good heart, a sharp mind, and maybe a really good slingshot.
And a willingness to face your fears.
Can't forget that. So many moments make Usopp stand out. Enies Lobby, Dressrosa. What about Arlong Park? Stood up to Arlong, a freaking fishman, while terrified.
Oh, intense. And when he sniped that marine sword in Logtown, saving Zoro. Early in the series, but showed what he could do.
Foreshadowing. The marksman he'd become. Then there's Thriller Bark. Up against Perona, the ghost girl.
The one who made people all negative?
Yeah.
That was hilarious. Usopp's already kind of pessimistic, so.
Immune. Otis strikes again, turning that supposed flaw into a win. Reminds us, even in the darkest times, humor can be a weapon.
It can. But he does stuff outside fighting, too. He's a shipwright, designed their Jolly Roger, even built Nami's climate act.
So multi-talented, artist, engineer, strategist, he brings it all. In battle, out of battle.
Like the glue holding them together.
I'd say so. And his journey, cowardly liar to brave warrior, shows how powerful growth is, perseverance, believing in yourself.
Really inspiring stuff.
Yeah.
He shows us we could all be more than we think. Overcome our fears, reach our goals.
It really is. And it's like, I don't know, there's this hope in it, that resilience. That's powerful stuff.
Especially for anime fans, people looking for, a little inspiration.
He shows you don't got to be born special, not gifted or anything. To become a hero, I mean.
You can start from, well, anywhere. Have any flaws, fears, and still, achieve amazing things.
And that's why these deep dives are so cool, right? It's not just entertainment.
It's more.
It's figuring out what makes them tick, what lessons, we can learn.
And how these characters, they push us to be better, versions of ourselves.
Yeah, I like that.
Usopp, he's telling us, embrace who you are. Don't give up on what you want.
Find that courage when you're scared. Use your skills, your talents to make things better.
He's a reminder, even in a world with, crazy pirates, huge battles.
Yeah.
It's the small things that matter. Kindness, loyalty, just being brave when it's tough.
Absolutely.
He shows anyone can be a hero.
Doesn't matter where you come from, your abilities, what people think you're weak at.
So wrapping up our Usopp deep dive,
Mm.
what's the one thing you hope people take away?
I'd say it's okay to be scared, to doubt yourself sometimes, mess up.
It happens.
But what matters is that you keep going.
Keep trying to be better.
Yeah. And don't underestimate, a good slingshot, a well-aimed shot.
Love it. Now we want to hear from you. What are your favorite Usopp moments? What'd you learn from him?
Hit us up in the comments.
And if you enjoyed this deep dive into God Usopp, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Helps out the channel. Until next time, keep those slingshots loaded, those dreams alive.